In today's video, we are checking out the E3 Pro ergonomic office chair from Hbada. Hey Hbada, thank you so much for sending this out in exchange for an honest review. I've been using the E3 Pro for a week now, and this chair is awesome. We have two color options, black and white. 3-year warranty on this. We have Hbada's T-shaped support system along with 3-zone elastic lumbar support, a 4D headrest, 16.5% breathable mesh, 6-dimension armrest, auto gravity sensing chassis, 140 degrees recline, SGS-4 gas cylinder, 300 pounds is a maximum supported weight for this chair, and as you can see here, retractable leg rest support. All right, let's take a look at the box. We'll get it assembled, and then we're going to go over all the specs and details of this chair, and we'll do some brief comparisons with my current office chair, which I've had for 4 years. Two completely different experiences. They couldn't be any different from each other. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. So here's a big mammoth box that it ships in. This thing comes in at 68 pounds. It took about a week to ship here. I was pretty impressed with the shipment time. We're looking at a length of 31 inches, a width of 23 inches, and a height of 17 inches. All right, let's get it all unboxed. All right, cool. We got everything out of the box here. Quite a few parts here for an office chair. Let's go around it a little bit. I went ahead and left everything still packed so you can see how well they pack it up while they ship it. You know, I think they do a pretty good job. Each piece is individually wrapped. And then another cool thing too here is we go over to the box. Even the box itself has like this foam padding going all the way around. All right, so here's everything unpacked. Not so bad, right? So like right over there, we got all the seat stuff. And then here's all the leg stuff right here. Here's the sides, there's the bottom section, and just a few bolts to put it together. One real interesting thing though, is it did come with one glove, just one, you know, in case you want to get your Michael Jackson on. The other thing is the manual has a whole bunch of languages, but check this out. I'll go to English real quick. And this is really it. You've got these 2 pages right here, and then we turn the page here. We've got one more page to wrap things up, and then just basically a description of the functions, a little bit of troubleshooting and precautions after that. So it's really only like 1.5 full pages of instructions, so that's pretty cool. All right, so let's get this E3 Pro assembled, see how long it takes, and we'll give our nice first initial impressions. All right, let's go.
I don't wanna see you while you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, I still spin inside your orbit. Yeah. You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, come on, name. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. I wanna leave. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. I wanna see you while you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, still spinning inside your orbit. I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Pull me back, take my hand, come on, name. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. I wanna leave. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
All right, so assembly was really straightforward. Took my son and I just over an hour. You know, I'll have to say, if you're doing it by yourself, it's probably going to be about a half hour, 40 minutes. He insisted on helping me. He's been daddy's little boy the last couple months, so I couldn't say no. Heck no. So it was really straightforward. I think it's a real nice touch of Hbada to include like one extra of every screw, and they put it in its own little section here, so it's not loose. So you can just hang on to this for later, and you literally do get one extra of each screw that's included in the assembly. I think that's a nice touch. That's pretty sweet. So first things first, before we even start a tour of it, just look at this thing. I mean, look at this. It is beautiful. Look at this chair. It definitely looks the part. Let's go ahead and do a detailed walkthrough. We're going to go ahead and start at the bottom. All right, starting at the bottom, we have our 5-point stainless steel caster arms with easily removable caster wheels. These are mute style wheels, so they're designed to be silent when you're moving along. 18.5 inches is our minimum height from the side of the seat right here. This is where I measured from to the floor. And if we go all the way up, we're up to 22 inches. So we basically have a 3.5 inch adjustment range. Tucked away underneath the seat, we have a retractable leg rest. This just flips over like that. Just kick on back. Pretty sweet. I like this a lot, especially when you're reclining. Then we have two different levers right here. This back one is our up and down adjustment. So this is going to bring us up and down 3.5 inches. And this smaller lever right here, this is our front and back adjustment. Look at this. Here, I'll do that real quick. And the total adjustment range front and back, according to Hbada, is exactly 1.97 inches. No, not 2 inches, my friends. 1.97 inches. What an exact measurement there. And then we have this awesome middle section here, providing you lower back lumbar support. So these side pads here have a 40-degree range of motion, and they have several little clicks as you go through the range. And this allows you to put this up against kind of the side of your back. And there's like this nice little cushion right here. And then what we also have is 1.6 inches of adjustment range going up and down. And this is pretty sweet. So if we go up like that, you have all those different clicks. And in order to go back down, you want to raise it all the way up. That's what lets it go back down. Otherwise, if you click it into these spots, it's going to stay right there. So it's a pretty easy way to quickly adjust it. And as you can see, I can easily quickly do this in my chair. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it and stuff, but there I go, up and down. Here, let's get a different angle. There we go. Real easy to adjust. And what's also cool is we can go front to back a full inch. So there we go. And I'll bring it forward, and then it just snaps back. So you get a few different clicks in that range too. You can hear it go just like that. Click, 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 click. And it's the same thing. You go all the way out to bring it back in. Otherwise, it's just going to stay in the clicked position. So you have a wide range of adjustment right here in this bottom lumbar section. Another awesome feature of this chair are the 6-dimension armrests here, the 6D armrests. So first things first, we have this release button right here, which allows us to raise and lower the height of the armrest. We can also take the armrests and with our hands, move them in 2 different clicks, and we can also bring them out 1 click. I find this one to be really nice for when you're reclined back, and then bringing it in like this is great for gaming and holding your controller. This part is really sweet. In addition to that, you can grab onto the armrest and move it forward and move it back. You have a little bit of degree or range of motion there. And in addition to that, we can also take them and move them to the left and right, just like this. I mean, that is flipping awesome. And in addition to that, there's little buttons right in here on each side of your armrest, and you just push it on those and you lift them up. This is great for gaming because when you have this in like this, you have your controller up like this. It's pretty sweet. And it's also great for tucking your chair in next to your desk so you're not scraping up against the arms if you happen to have them at the same height as your desk. So a lot of functionality with these armrests. And we just push these buttons to lower them back down again. So this middle section here, you do have a little bit of adjustment range. It's a stern push up and another one down. That'll bring the whole assembly up and down just a little bit. And that's designed to kind of work with this here so you can get the most flexibility because this has a 40-degree range of motion back when you're pressing all the way back. All right, and lastly, for the ergonomic features here is a 4D headrest. So this 4D headrest has an up and down range of 1.8 inches. We also have 70 degrees of rotation with a bunch of indents for stopping wherever you want. I think it's pretty sweet. And also, we have 2.2 inches of bringing this forward and backwards. So you can get it exactly where you want for your head. Now, what I really like about this as well is this particular mesh up here on the top, they don't have this woven or adjusted down so tightly as the rest of the chair. And it's really nice because when you're leaning back on this, it really does just kind of wrap around your head like a pillow. And another cool thing about this headrest is it's really easy to remove it in case you want to move it around and you're worried about breaking this back part. Because this whole back area, this is plastic. It's all pretty thick plastic, but it's plastic nonetheless. So if you don't want to break this, you can just remove it with 2 screws and the whole thing comes off. You can use a chair without the headrest and no one would even be the wiser, you know, in case you're not into headrests. All right, so now that we've covered all the ergo features, let's go ahead and just do a general walkthrough and I'll go over my pros and cons with this chair and we'll do a comparison with the Opus chair that I've been using for the past 4 years because they are completely different experiences. All right, so let's go ahead and get the cons out of the way first. I've been using this chair for a week and there's a couple things about it. So the first thing is this leg rest thing here. This thing slides pretty easily when you're moving the chair around, so it's going to constantly kind of bump into your legs. Now, at one point I kind of like it because I can just keep my calves under here and rest them, and it kind of feels pretty good. But at the same time, when I'm moving the chair around, this thing does want to slide around a little bit. It is easily removable. There's just a single screw in here. You can actually get to it by hand if you just want to remove the entire leg assembly altogether. But I don't want to because it's really nice to recline in. We're going to get to the pro section in a minute, and that's why this thing is staying. But if that's not your jam, you can go ahead and easily remove that whole assembly. But, you know, here, I'll do it real quick. You see that? You see how it's kind of moving already? I'm just kind of moving the chair. So you'll get that quite a bit as you're moving this chair around. The other thing, and this is more of a concern, you know, it's not so much of something that's affected me yet, but I am a little bit worried about this plastic in the back here, you know, for the headrest. It sticks out quite a bit, not from like a safety perspective, more of a longevity or durability perspective. I feel like this could easily get bashed into quite easily. And also this plastic here on the back, you know, this is a kind of plastic that you're not really going to want to scuff up much. I think it's going to show a lot of that. Nothing's showing on mine yet. It looks really good. But then again, I've only had it for a week. You know, there's no longevity review I can do here. It's just really an initial first impressions. I really like the looks of it, but I do have some concerns about this getting dinged up over time. But honestly, those are about my only two real gripes. I guess the only other thing too is that it's kind of taken me a little bit off guard compared to my existing office chair, just because this one's quite a bit bigger. You know, and I don't know if that's necessarily a con. I think I kind of like it because it feels like you're getting into the captain's seat of an airplane. It really does. But it does take a little bit of getting used to if you're used to, you know, something like this right here. You know, just a regular office chair that doesn't have the big headrest. You know, this thing's a little bit more nimble, a little bit more agile and easy to get in and out of. Where this one, you're kind of in. You know, you get in there and you're not wanting to move around much, and it feels amazing, but it's just not the type of chair you want to just get in and out of all the time, just because it's just massive. It's a big chair. It definitely looks the part. All right, now let's talk about the pros. So here's the first pro right here, and this is where this chair really shines, and it's amazing. Let's get that leg rest out. Watch this. Lean back. Wow. 140 degrees of incline. This is amazing. I really can't put into words how great that incline feels. I mean, this recline really is amazing. Here, I want to show you something else too, a quick comparison. So I'm going to go ahead and raise this chair all the way up. All right, there I am. My feet are still barely able to touch the ground. Now watch as I lean back here. Look how far my feet are off the ground. Look at that. I can barely touch with my tippy toes. And here's the office chair I've been using for the last 4 years. So this office chair goes up to 23 inches. So I get another inch off the ground. So you can see my feet are a little bit more elevated. Now let's go ahead and recline all the way back. My feet are still in almost exactly the same spot. There's a recline on this chair. Another pro that I'm finding here in my first week of using this chair is the quality of the mesh. So this has a 16.5% breathable mesh, and it's got a nice spring to it. Of course, this is new, but you know, this kind of meets the expectation for the phone drop test. There's some nice bounces there. That's about what you expect, and that is nice. Here on my one that's been used for 4 years, thud. It's pretty much lifeless at this point. Still very comfortable, but again, I mean, that's what you get with time. It's really hard to say how that's going to hold up over time, but my initial thoughts on the mesh quality is it's pretty fantastic. Another pro that I like about this chair over other conventional office chairs like this one here, which in fact, just so you know, this chair I think is like another $100 or $200 more than the Hbada. This is not a cheap office chair. This one here only has the up and down motion and the ability to lock the incline. If you want it to go backwards or not, you can lock it. And it does have this sidearm adjustment where you can bring it up and down, which I think is really cool. That'd be sweet if the Hbada had that. I notice a lot of these newer chairs kind of omit this feature now. Maybe it's all part of the 6D design. It makes it hard to implement this, but I really do like how this folds back. Besides that, you have this button here to just bring the arms up and down. That's your adjustment for that chair. There is no other adjustments, that's it. And we've gone over all the adjustments of this. Basically, it's like an airplane pilot chair. You can do all these different settings here on the Hbada. So the adjustability is just top notch. And another pro is I really can't stress enough how great this headrest feels up against your head. You kind of just melt right into it. You have all this different flexibility with the adjustments that you can get it dialed in just right. I mean, just so. I literally spent like 15 to 20 minutes when I first got this chair, just sitting here like tweaking through all the settings, you know, trying to get it all dialed in. And wow, once you get it really set for your liking, it is super nice. This is one of those chairs you're really not going to want to share with people because they're going to be screwing around with it. And that's going to really suck. You know, you'll have to get it back in your position. But you know what? Once you get the hang of it, it just takes a minute or so and you got it dialed in exactly how you want it. So thanks to Hbada, this is what my editing station looks like now. I think it looks pretty sweet with that Hbada sitting there. Now that old chair is sitting over here where it belongs, where I can do my edits up against that table. And right here's where the office chair is. So yeah, instead of having to switch that thing back and forth between these two spots, my editing and actually recording the videos, I think this chair is awesome. I think it's definitely worth the $549. There'll be codes down in the description if you're interested. Hey Hbada, thanks again for sending this out. If you have any questions or comments about today's video, please drop them down in the comments section below. I really do appreciate your time. And as always, thanks for watching.